Okay, what we have on the bench today is this full-size sleigh bed. And I've taken and stripped it down. Somebody had taken it and put it on the curb because they broke it. And the major problem with this is the rails that were right here. They are hook rails, and I'm going to come over here and show you what this thing looked like. This is the rail, and it broke right up here. Now what I tried to do, sorry about the shakiness, what I had tried to do was to fix this with a patch, but that's not going to be very strong, and I'm afraid that a little bit of weight on it and it's going to bust again. So what I had to do was to make new rails. And the problem with making new rails is the slot, cutting that slot, because there's really not a tool on the market to do that. You got to kind of make a jig. So I got some 2x4s, planed them down to size, and these are planed them down and cut them down. These are the scrap pieces that are going to be the test for the jig. Now I'm going to be cutting those slots with a circular saw. And if you know anything about that, trying to cut up, now if you know anything about that, you know that taking a circular saw and trying to cut that blade on that's that's a very narrow kind of a edge, and it can get twisted and everything. So you got to make a jig. Here's the jig. What I have basically is a platform where the plate of the circular saw is going to rest, and then I have a piece of wood here for the back of the end of the board. This is just an end that I cut off. It's my test subject, and I've put these two together to make this so that the board that I'm going to cut the slot in right here is stable, that it doesn't move at all, so that I can take and make that slot cut. Now I'm going to put the tables or the circular saw on there, but I want to explain some of these other features. Since it's a plunge cut, the blade is going to come down into it, and when you start to move the blade down, it's going to want to shoot the blade, the whole saw forward. So I have a stop here to keep it from going forward, and to keep it level and straight, I have this right here. But you're wondering, what is this little thing right there? Why is that there? Why is that there? Well, I'll get into that in just a moment. But that's basically for blade depth. That's the stop for the blade depth. How, you might ask? Well, let me set the saw up here and we'll show you.